Hey guys, the boring summit for democracy is finally over. However, there's one particular special person we should be interested in, and that is Audrey Tang. Audrey Tang. I don't know whether it's a she or he or whatever. He has a very long hair but looks strange to me and I really don't know. Anyway, let's not bother about whatever appearance so much, but come straight to my point. And I will use him or he throughout this video.
Ladies, gentlemen, and non-binary friends, good local time.
Among all participants, he's the most popular and gained more views than the others. Wow! Not surprising. It's Taiwan, you know, and the summit is supposed to be fighting against China.
It is my honor to represent Taiwan at a summit for democracy.
It's my honor to represent Taiwan. How dare Audrey, how dare he say representing Taiwan instead of Republic of China, ROC, or China? Is he saying he's supposed to represent Taiwan as a country? Huh?
By 2014, Taiwan's democracy has matured to the point where the peaceful Occupy Parliament movement in 2014 paved the way for political change while unleashing a wave of youthful activism and civic participation in public affairs.
Taiwan democracy has matured to a point where activism and civic participation in public affairs. Yeah, until Taiwan has someone like him. I could only see Taiwan has a lot of civic disasters instead of civic participation. I see nothing about democracy but only troublemakers, protesters, and whatever riots come out since the start of the Sunflower Movement. What civic participation or whatever democracy maturation? Give us a break, Mr. Tang.
Although Taiwan is a young democracy, it's standing firm on the front lines of the global struggle with authoritarianism. It also plays a leading role in advancing freedom, democracy, and human rights worldwide.
It also plays a leading role for freedom, democracy, and human rights. Pui! What is he talking about, man? What freedom? Freedom for more corruptions or freedom for printing more degree certificates? Fake degree? Also, he touched on human rights. What happened is now it's so scary for me to get a girlfriend in Taiwan, you know? And you know why? Because I don't really know whether they belong to some special species, whatever. Since my last trip to Thailand many years ago, which has given me a kind of special phobia. Unforgettable incident.
For Taiwan, we combat the pandemic with no lockdowns and the infodemic with no takedowns. Democracy in Taiwan isn't just for the people, but with the people.
Democracy in Taiwan is not for the people, but with the people. Democracy with the people? I see a lot of slandering movement in Taiwan going on since the appearance of Han Kuo-yi during the presidential election. Or how the 1450 army have been discrediting anyone who is against the president and her party. Oh my god, man, that is so... Why he didn't say about the 1450 Indian Army? Why?
For example, our government supports the stationing of international journalists and NGOs in Taiwan. Over the last 2 years, Taiwan has accredited 50-plus foreign journalists, including correspondents of US-based media outlets who were forced to leave under pressure from Beijing.
Over the last 2 years, Taiwan accredited 50-plus foreign journalists. Weird. Is it weird or what? Taiwan accredited foreign journalists, but what I know is the government has revoked the news license of CTI News because it's not in favor of the government and they call CTI part of Chinese Communists and ban it. Do we call that freedom of news after how they have treated CTI? I think there's really something weird with definition of freedom of news.
In answering the call made by the US, Taiwan has pledged financial support for global anti-corruption consortium, and we're willing and able to contribute to the International Fund for Public Interest Media.
Contribute to the International Funds for Public Media Interests. Contribute to the international funds. There are only two possibilities or two ways for the Taiwan government to do this. Either the government has the intention for corruptions or has too much excess of money to spend. The economy in Taiwan is getting so bad and the citizens are getting more worried about their livelihoods day by day.
Is the Global Cooperation and Training Framework. Via the GCTF, Taiwan works with the United States, Japan, Australia, and other like-minded countries in organizing workshops on critically important international issues.
Taiwan works with the US and other like-minded countries. Like-minded as in betraying the country or what? Can you be more specific? Is it something to do with going against the Chinese or China?
To give no trust is to get no trust. As democracies, we must trust our citizens and invest in public infrastructures in the digital realm.
To give no trust is to get no trust and protect our shared values. What kind of value is he talking about? An anti-Chinese shared value, I bet? From my understanding, he's insinuating something like forming a kind of coalition to fight against the Chinese by using the value of democracy more, which is no different from committing treason. As a matter of fact, he has already committed treason. In the first place, he shouldn't get involved in the summit because Taiwan is part of China and it's China, and he should respect that.
I look forward to discussions with you all. Thank you. Live long and prosper.
Live long and prosper. Does he really think he's really special? I can do this too, okay? I can use both hands. Whatever. So see you, subscribe, share, and leave down comments.